Now there's Gold Coast Captain going through his paces on the sand Tuesday morning. He comes from the outside barrier. That's barrier 12 in the Pink Rock Lily handicap, and that is race number 2. And Gold Coast Captain has been freshened up since his last start performance back on the 4th of January. Normally gets back a moderate beginner. He can come home with a wet sail, especially if there's a bit of genuine speed on early. And that's Gold Coast Captain, and Jay D'Souza will take the ride. Now Rant and Rave goes around in race 2. He's closing off from his last start placing, and M. Yusri will once again take the ride. Steps up to the 1400 metres. Let's have a look at Rant and Rave, finishing 3rd last weekend. Conditional, who's moving up on the inside. Germanic is flat, and so is Darcy Super. It's Solid Brisk and Never Unconditional. They'll fight the race out. It's Solid Brisk holding on. He's finding plenty. Solid Brisk is moving away, and Solid Brisk goes on to win. From Never Unconditional, 3rd Rant and Rave, and close up Mighty Phoenix. From Darcy Super. Oliver is engaged in race number 3, the Kangaroo Paw handicap. Recent form has been down, going down in the ratings, down to 47 points now. But Oliver is capable of improving there with S. Hafiz to take the ride, and he'll claim the 3 kilograms. Oliver draws barrier 6, goes around in race 3. Now Indomitable Speed will carry the lightweight there in race 3, and does look a very good chance going on recent form. He is a sit sprinter, and he was a winner in Penang going back 3 starts ago, and that was over the 1400 metres. He'll step up to the mile this time around, and Casey Wong will ride the gelding for the first time. That is Indomitable Speed. He draws the outside barrier in race 3. Pentagon goes around in race 3 also, and that's him working up on the outside of stablemate Tan's Legendary. Pentagon has had the 5 runs here in Malaysia, yet to run a placing, but did trail well here a couple of weeks ago. Has been freshened up since his last start performance. He draws barrier 9, and WK Yarn will be the rider. So that's Pentagon, who goes around in race 3. Now, Master Jamin has been racing in very consistent form and will carry the 54.5 kilos with Casey Wong aboard. So that's Master Jamin coming off a last start win there in Penang, and that's going back to December last year. It's worth watching first up in the Enrich Stakes A race. That is race number 4, the Desert Flame Stakes, and that is Master Jamin. Now, Hong Chen is also going around in the Desert Flame Stakes. His recent starts have been in Group 1 company. He was unplaced in the Governor's Gold Cup and also the Perak Derby. Back to the 1600 today after his unplaced effort over 1200 metres last start in a Class 3 contest at KL. This will be a much easier contest for him. Hafiz will take the ride, and I think improvement will be expected from Hong Chen, who looked quite sharp on the sand on Tuesday. So that is Hong Chen. He goes around in race 4. Well, Magical Park posted his first placing at start number 11 here last week, and he was in fact leading for a long way before he was eventually run down in the concluding stages in the race won by Relic Warrior. This race was over the mile, Magical Park. And Relic Warrior goes up to hit the lead with Balboa. Magical Park out wider is Get the Lotsky. It's still Relic Warrior clear of Magical Park, and P. Mogan gets home on Relic Warrior. Relic Warrior has defeated Magical Park. Tight go for 3rd. Jetstar Eagle or Aguero, followed by Balboa from Get the Lotsky. Well, Archer Company has been a consistent performer in recent months and is coming off a last start placing back on the 12th of January. Has been freshened up since that performance. Reuven will be the rider of Archer Company, and he does look to be one of the major chances, especially from the pole position. He's won 3 races from 49 starts overall, including 3 placings from his last 5 starts. So he's near the Mark Archer company. He goes around in the Grevillea handicap. That's race 7.